This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the Star Wars novel Heir to the Jedi. And this is one of the most unique Star Wars novels to ever exist. Not only is it one of the canon novels that was originally written for Legends and wasn't really supposed to be the third and final book in the Empire and Rebellion series, which was sadly canceled after the second one, which I also did a review of the first two, being Honor Among Thieves. And I can't think of the second one's title, but it's the one that followed Leia. And and I think this novel fits well into the Legends continuity too. The same with Tarkin, which is the other novel that was originally intended for Legends and was brought into the new canon with some slight modifications. I think mainly references to things that were Legends only and weren't too sure if they were going to be brought into the canon universe. So that's one of the unique things. The other interesting thing is this is, from what I could tell, one of only two Star Wars novels ever written in first person perspective, with the other one being the novel I Jedi, which is told from the perspective of Corran Horn. And that makes this even more unique since we never actually got a first person look into the life of Luke Skywalker. And so far, this is really the only one with some, I believe, like reference books. Like, I think when there's like Secrets of the Jedi, sort of being first person, but it was more in the fact it was just a bunch of lore being told by Luke's perspective and his, I think, just thoughts on certain characters, but it was mainly just facts about like characters like Ahsoka, Dooku, the Clone Wars, and more. So this is one where you get to see Luke in the original trilogy and to see it from his point of view, which is pretty interesting. And it was one of those things where I initially, when listening to the audiobook, wasn't thinking about it. And then about halfway in, I was like, wait, this is from first person. It's just one of those things where I'm just so used to it not being first person, always being in third person. I'm never really thinking about it. And then suddenly I just kind of realized it and I was like, oh, that's pretty crazy. And before recording this, I just wanted to check if there's any other novels. And as I said, the novel I Jedi, which I have not read, is also written in first person, but from what I can tell, those are the only two novels that are written this way. And yeah, honestly, you get some interesting insights, including some really great moments. The best one of it is at the end where he finally allows himself to be able to not only mourn for the ally he loses in this novel, who he's starting to fall in love with, but also for just everyone he lost, including Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Biggs. And yeah, honestly, this was a really good novel. I think it is kind of forgotten about, and it is in that really weird place where it could be, both canon and legends because when I was reading it, I definitely did feel like it was a legend story. Definitely had a, I don't know what, like, how to describe it, but it just felt like it belonged in the Legends continuity. There were just little things, and although it didn't directly reference anything from it, it just felt like downloading the writing style since obviously it was written for Legends, but also to a few things where they're referencing things like Bothans, and although Bothans have been part of the universe since Return of the Jedi, I don't think they've done anything with them in a really long time, and I think maybe be able to see them in Ahsoka, and I'm saying maybe because we do know that Thrawn is coming, and the Bothans are very self-centered and could be used to be going through the plot where it looks like the New Republic won't be going in with taking Thrawn as a threat and see him more as a joke. So I think that we might be able to see Bothans there, but yeah, it's just kind of odd that they're definitely referencing them when it seems they've really wanted nothing to do with Bothans. And that's one of the little things. There are also a few other minor things that just made it feel like it. But I don't know, I just felt like this really doesn't fit too well with the canon continuity. I mean, it does, fit if you really wanted to, but it just feels like this definitely belongs to Legends. And personally, I will headcanon it as part of Legends. I'll probably do the same with the Tarkin novel. I'll be listening to it probably sometime in the near future. And the other thing that's really good is honestly just going back to it, the story is interesting. They are going to help you with a slicer that will help them move forward and be able to break into Imperial codes. They have some just, pretty interesting stuff, and the romance was at least done pretty well in this, where Luke does like the person, but is, trying to, what did you say, nappy and Anakin, where it's way too cringy and just sounding dumb. So at least he's self-aware enough for that, unlike Anakin talking about sand. But still, it is a really enjoyable novel, and I think you should check it out. But I want to know what you think. Have you read this before? I think I did, but honestly, I don't remember it at all. I do know I own the book physically, but I just do not remember really anything that happened in it. I didn't even remember that it was in first person. And I think I had it confused with some other book I read, so I have no idea if I read this one before. I just know that I did own it. And honestly, want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments. And I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.